It's 9 a.m. here in Los Angeles. It is Friday the 5th of December. But don't fret. Hopefully, we will make it to Monday, because everybody loves Mondays, right? Don't be sad that it's Friday. All right? Because, anyway, the views expressed here do not represent me. All right? I don't even represent myself. Or Bond or JLP. Info here may be false. Info presented here may be false. Completely wrong-headed. So, don't blame me if somebody acts up when, based on bad info. Because I reference, all kinds of fake news. And then sometimes I consult with my thoughts. And you do too. And you completely misinterpret me. It's like the game of telephone. You ever played the game of telephone? Some people purposely sabotage that game. Shameful. Don't do that. Try to keep it consistent. And that's what we try to do. But hey, what a mess. You can call in 1-888-775-3773. That is 888-77-JESSE. We are on JLP's network. You can go to thehakereport.com if you want to find the different ways to buymeacoffee.com/JLPtalk. The James Anton Hake on Cash App, or Super Chat on the live stream on YouTube or Rumble or Pill.net, or even Odyssey, ODYSEE.com. What is up, everybody? Mason Baldman 54. The Hake report. I remember that. That's right here. Let me lift it up so it says Hake report. Nice catch there, Sir Ronnie. Doxed. Oh my gosh, Hake, you're like 90 years old. What do you mean, si saladito? So let's get going here pretty soon if we can. Oh, I thought I opened this. Maybe I didn't. Do. If we mosey on over to thehakereport.com, you will find I did not set up today's show on the thing, so you can't see my blog post yet because I haven't made it. But that's okay. But I can mosey over to YouTube and see, hello, y'all. See, look at this mess. If we, let me go mosey on over to the fan funding so I can track y'all's super chats and see here some nice footage. Obvious globe. Still running my mouth about the obvious globe over there. Look at that. It's so obvious. You see it? Look. So obvious, this globe. When you look out over the globe at the beach, it's so obvious. But the flat earthers welcome. Except for certain ones who are banned, But has nothing to do with I don't know if it has anything to do with them being flat earthers. But anyway, I will get to your super chats. I saw some have already come in, and I will get to your calls. Some already are coming in. Hey, crow cawing. So nice. Nothing obvious about it, says forgive yo mama. Whatever, look at it. Maybe because the Hake is in the way. Look at that. It just drops off. It like clearly goes, I mean, it looks like it could be going, like a globe would. And then it's just gone. Whoosh. And you look to the right and you look to the left and it seems round. As in ball round, not as in CD round. Disc. The blustering breeze. Wow, what a vibe. Yesterday I forgot to turn Hake back on, the Hake thing back on. Let me make sure that I don't blast you guys' ears. It is Christmas time, roughly. I wonder what it's like down under for it to be Christmas during summer or the beginning of summer. You know, Australia, New Zealand, even those people down in South America, south of the equator, it's like warm out and hot out even. I don't know. Keep believing your lion eyes. Whatever, man. Let's just get right on with the AJ Gallardo original theme song show.
Oh, it's the Hake Report, the Hake Report, la la la. Oh, it's the Hake Report, the Hake Report, la la la.
Hey, guys! This is such an awesome song. AJ Gallardo.
Oh, it's the Hake Report, the Hake Report, la la la. Oh, it's the Hake Report, the Hake Report, la la la.
Oh, hold up. What? Hop. Pick it up. What did you do to me? What did you do to me? Oh, Lord, have mercy. Complicated business, guys. Bill changed this thing. Where's min max? What did he do? He switched. He put macros in where my min max go. Let's see if I know how to expand or shrink. Let's see if I can find it. No, I better not do that. Ooh, that was not necessarily a good move, but that's fine. Boom. Yeah, I may end up needing your help on this angle. Oh, dude, terrible. I'm actually smart, okay? Nav 1 full. Hey! Hey, guys! So, how you guys doing? I am fine. So I do that from where am I? Nav 1. Boom. Very nice. Oh my goodness. The world. Okay. Yes. No. What? Why is it doing that? Do I have something? Maybe I shouldn't be. Huh. What's that? I guess it's not important. That's so weird. It's well, okay. Never mind. I'm blaming Bill for this. Except I'm blaming myself for being too distracted by it. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't. If I do this, you see Studio 8.
Oh, what?
See what it's doing?
Oh, what?
I pushed way too many buttons. If I clear keys, maybe that'll
Clear
fix
keys.
it. Yeah, clear keys. All right.
But why is your super source black?
Oh, don't worry about the super source. Yeah, I was pushing super source buttons, but I know what I did over there. I kind of have familiarized myself with those things. If I go like this, no, not that.
Correct.
There we go.
That works.
Yeah.
There you go.
Thank you, Anchor Baby. Let me get to some calls, shall we? Oh, I'm wearing my Have a Nice Christmas. No, it says Have an Amazing Christmas. Amazing Christmas Monkeys. Jesse Lee Peterson .shop. It's 3 to 4 fingers down, which is correct. Okay? Nice. Jesse Lee Peterson .shop. Get yours. Get yours. I'll show you how to do it right now. Let me punch that into the chat here. Shop. No. T. Hake tees. Hake.printify.me. Not to be confused with Jesse Lee Peterson .shop. That's where you can get those. All right. I'm pasting them in, and we're gonna get going here. All right. Whew. That's very interesting. Let me get to some calls here. Johnny in Maine. Johnny, thank you for calling. Sir, what's up?
The Hake report, not Hank.
That's right.
How's everything? What's the plans for the weekend, Hake? Hake.
Church and a Saturday, I may get a little bit of work in. I have no solid, serious plans. Probably hit the beach, although it's going to be chilly. But I like it. Hopefully, it'll be sunny enough. How about you?
Nice. To be honest, I need some ideas. So that sounds like a good. Even though you're in California, the weather's a little better. I get right. You're in Cali. Where are you in Cali?
Yep, L.A.
Yeah. Is the weather decent out there?
Indeed, it is. I mean, it's always decent. I like it raining. Raining is decent. I like it cold, at least because I can get inside, and I like it hot and warm. So it's 56 now, going to be 70.
Dang. Nice. No, hey, I'm just calling up, showing some love. There's not too many topics to really go on right now, so
Right on.
I'm just raising the spirits up. So enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it, Johnny
All right.
in Maine.
You're welcome. Have a good one.
You as well. Man, I wonder what it's like living in Maine. And Jermaine in Canada. How you doing, Jermaine? What is up?
Hey, James, how are you?
Doing fine. Thank you, sir.
Oh, it's the Hake report. That is fire.
It is. It's really nice.
Yeah. Oh no, we can't start it without the intro. James, sharpshooter who never misses. What the?
That's right.
Hey, James. So I'm calling you. I'm not sure if you heard about this story with this guy that is in Dublin, Enoch Burke. I'm not sure if Dublin is somewhere in Europe. It sounds
It's
more
Dublin.
Irish.
Yeah, is in Ireland, not Europe. Unless
Yeah.
you want to call the UK and Ireland Europe. I think that they might not, but I'm not sure.
Somewhere around that region, right?
Well, yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, it's
so-
literally in Ireland. That much I do know for sure. Almost.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
What's going on in
this
Dublin?
This guy, Enoch Burke, right? This guy, he's going to prison for life, pretty much, because, he's a school teacher, and he refused to call this kid they, because that's what they want to be called in school. Because
Oh,
of
wow.
his religious beliefs, he will not conform to their propaganda.
Enoch
So-
Burke, Burke. Nice name, Enoch.
Yeah,
Enoch
it's a pretty
walked
cool
with
name.
God. That was a biblical name, a Christian name, some might call it. Allow only necessary, I guess. This is the man, huh? What a Chad. Shout out to the Irish. I like them now, after all. He's going to spend Christmas in jail. Been told by the High Court he will not be released from prison, and will stay in jail. Prison or jail? Make up your minds. I guess the Irish interchange those things. You would think they'd have all kinds of different names for jails and prisons and things since they have a high criminal and high cop class. Until he gives an undertaking not to trespass at the school where he used to work. He was ordered back to prison 2 weeks ago for contempt of court by continuing to turn up at Wilson's hospital school despite a court order directing him not to trespass. He and his family judge, so-called, accused Mr. Burke and his family of engaging in the most deliberate, sustained, and concerted attack on the authority of the civil courts and rule of law in this country in recent times. Court heard the Attorney General is considering a request from the judge to consider taking criminal contempt of court proceedings against him and his brother Isaac, mother Martina, and sister Ammi, AMMI, for their conduct in court. The dispute between Burke and the school has been going on since August of 2022. He spent more than 500 days in prison for refusing to abide by court orders. He claims he's turning up for work at the school as his right. The courts have usually ordered his release from prison during the school holidays, but he usually returns to school when it reopens. Mr. Justice Brian Cregan, a male judge, I guess, said fines in the appointment of security guards has failed to stop Mr. Burke from turning up at the school. Huh. And so this is all to do with him not abiding by the using the wrong pronouns, using the those pronouns which are not even correct.
Pretty much.
For failing to use those? Is that true? Wow.
Yeah.
Arrested and brought to prison. Okay, so I wonder what's he doing? Keeping on going to this school where they don't want him.
Yeah. Yeah. So, this kind of goes with the biblical question, right? He's like, because of his religious belief, you have your belief, fine, but I guess you work for the school, but the school wants you to call the kids what they want to be called.
Yeah.
And
he was dismissed for gross misconduct, so-called, arising out of his refusal to obey a direction of the school that this is from BBC, far-left British outlet, so-called, a transgender pupil be addressed as quote-unquote, they, even though it's a singular person. And because of his gross misconduct at his school religious service and other events and the manner in which he conducted his objection to transgenderism. So the manner in which he objected, not just the fact that he objected. I don't know. What a mess. Who knows?
Yeah.
Based on how he looks, he looks like he has some sense, like he's fit and he's wears glasses and cuts his hair properly and dresses decently, but I don't know what his mindset is. If it's, I can't comment on whether he's right or wrong.
Yeah,
obviously, they seem like they're wrong, pushing this transgender mess down the throats of teachers and his students. That's evil, but I don't know whether he's right or wrong.
So, when it comes to this, my thing is, do you think this transgender word is controlling him? Because, they dismiss him for his conduct. Yeah. But he keeps going back.
Right.
Keeps going back.
Well, it is his job. He might be like, you guys haven't fired me. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. He might be kind of making a point, Some people opt to go the persecuted route. And I don't know if it's right or wrong to walk into persecution knowingly, because he's being persecuted. But I don't know.
For this, it's like, okay, they don't want you back, and I guess the court, they're not on his side, so he's taking up on himself, right?
Yeah,
it kind of seems that way. But we already know the school is wrong for this. But the parents that want their kids to be called, the parents that want the kids to be called they're wrong for this. And if the court system is making this rule, that means the people want the rule to be like this, right? Because maybe not necessarily want it, but they vote for these situations to come into place. So
Yeah.
in my mind, he's fighting a battle that I don't think he'll win at all. But
Right.
you know, it's just interesting because the entire system is set up against him in that circumstance.
Right. Yeah, I wonder whether he's being controlled by that too. Because, you know,
Yeah.
you see something wrong and you judge the wrong thing, and then you become obsessed and carried away with arguing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this stuff
So-
is coming here. Bald Man 54. This is in Ireland. How does this affect Jermaine or Hake? It doesn't. I don't think it affects either of us, but it's a relatable topic, and it's infecting all of the white, once Christian countries. Once white, once Christian countries. They're pushing this down everybody's throats. So it is a topic of interest for sure. What a mess.
Yeah. It's even coming to Canada because a pastor is being arrested here in Canada for his beliefs. So it's kind of interesting.
Really? So what's the story with that pastor?
I don't know the full story. I vaguely saw it, and I'm like interested. So I have to like look into it more to like even really put a what I think about it.
Right.
But it's happening. But I have to look more into the story. Why he's really getting arrested for his religious belief.
They're calling it a fanatical campaign.
Yes, that's the word they use.
Somebody called it, maybe a so-called judge.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, these courts don't really have the righteous authority, I don't think. But if he doesn't mind being in prison or jail or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, the world has rejected Jesus and God, so a lot of people will get prosecuted,
right,
for a lot of things that are not right.
I wonder how his family is all involved. Because it mentioned his mother, his so-and-so, his so-and-so. Accumulated hundreds of thousands of euros or pounds, nearly hundreds of thousands of pounds, almost 200,000 in pounds in fines. And he's only paid around 40 grand or 35,000 pounds due to his teacher's salary being diverted to pay for his fines. Wow, they're stealing his money. And who's getting that money? For what? Stupid. What a mess.
A mess of a story.
Yeah.
But I mean, the people ain't right, so they keep voting in leaders and the wrong people, so this is the outcome.
Ireland had at one time a gay, depending on which Ireland, so-called prime minister. I don't know if he was elected, though. I think he might have just succeeded somebody who stepped down or whatever. There he is behind a glass window thing with his seatbelt on. I don't know, man. What a mess. Thank you
a mess.
for the story tip, sir.
Yes, sir. Enjoy your Friday, man. I wish I could go to the beach too. It's so cold here right now. It's ridiculous.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Well,
all right, hey.
take care,
we'll
man.
Chat, man.
All right.
You too. Bye.
Bye. I want to get to Jeff in Louisiana, who's on the line over here. Jeff, thank you for calling, sir, and holding. What's up?
Man, I don't see what you talk about. Did you watch anything on Trump this week?
A little bit. I saw this clip that JLP played about, I don't want these people here.
Man, I like that clip.
You like it?
Yeah, well, I know you're not supposed to say cuss word part where he said all people do is come and complain
B
about
word.
they complain.
Yep.
Yeah, they complain and the B word, but
Yep.
and all the reports are like he said. Did you notice when he did that? If you notice when he did that, he removed every elected reporter out of the room because they all clapped.
They clapped?
Yeah, they was clapping when he finished. All the reporters were clapping.
Really?
Yeah,
Which
so
reporters were clapping to that? That's some nice reporters for a change.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It leads you to believe he got the leftists out of there.
Oh.
The left-wing reporters, think he got them out of there. Because all of them were clapping. But, man, that was hilarious.
Yeah.
There people whining, complaining about it, and saying stuff like that.
Our country is at a tipping point. He's absolutely right. And it's refreshing to hear a president speak the plain truth like that.
Yeah, he ain't caring to, and I don't know if you know who Stephen A. Smith is, right?
Yeah. Yep. Stephen A. Smith. Sports.
He had a good statement the other day on there. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't cut you off.
Oh, no, it's just a sports talking head guy.
He had a good segment the other day where he talked about Trump. He said they're all complaining about Trump and this. He said Trump is running circles around him. He's a politician, and he's playing their game better than they are.
Yeah, he's right about that.
He says he's got everybody on, because he pardoned that Democrat from prison.
Yeah, Cuellar, whatever.
Yeah, he says he runs for election. He's going to know Trump will come to him. We need to vote and say, you owe me.
Interesting. Well, I mean, he pointed out something that seemed like it's really true about Henry Cuellar. I don't know if that's a bad hombre or not, but the Biden administration seemed to go after him when he admitted that the open borders thing was a disaster. And all of a sudden they open an investigation into him and into Eric Adams. Seems like the Obama administration all over again, only ever persecuting those who criticize them. Pretty evil, pretty blatant, and corrupt.
Yeah, man, I ain't gonna hold you up too long. I got more questions I want to ask you. Kind of not more personal, but you've had on there to talk about. When you had your back surgery, how long did you have to be out?
Well, I didn't have back surgery specifically, but the surgery that I had, man, I was out for 3 months, but it was due to ongoing issues. Like the first surgery didn't even solve the issue that I had, but it wasn't back surgery. Fortunately, I have not ever had back surgery.
Were you bedridden?
I was. I couldn't even. I tried to come here and do the news. I couldn't even sit for a whole 5 minutes of the news.
Oh, okay. I beat you out then. I spent 12 weeks on my back here recently, and couldn't even get out of bed. So
spinal. You broke your back. You had back surgery.
No, I didn't break my back. I had some issues come up, and I spent 12 weeks straight on my back.
Wow. Yeah. No, yeah, that's rough.
That's rough stuff, man. You got to relearn everything when it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get atrophy and all your muscles die and stuff.
Yeah. Well, slowly but surely and consistently get your exercise and rest and proper food and water and sunshine so you can get back to gain your strength back.
Yeah, man. Okay, man. Have a good one. I was going to holler for a minute.
Thank you, sir. Take care. Nice to hear from Jeff in Louisiana. Very nice. Been concerned about him, actually. Wondering, anyway. We're at the bottom of the hour. Before I get back to your calls, let me read a few of these super chats, because quite a few have come in. I think that this is all of them. I don't believe that I'm too far gone. Yes, I left off with Eric with his 5 coffees. At this point, just call me Mike. Bought a coffee. Oh, hold on. Bedridden. 12 weeks. Yikes. Some people call him King. Jesse calls him the Great White Hope, TGWH. And Hake calls him Daddy. And a smiley, red-haired person. Unlike your unemployed snake pit, I got things to do today. I was going to call and crash out about woman loyalty, quote-unquote. No such thing. talking about the snake pit as an almighty mod for Punchie TV. That's right, Mike is a mod on Punchie TV. I take my job seriously, and I think that I blocked Golden Rule TV from the chat accidentally. My bag. Can you do something about it, please? He don't deserve it. I know. Boomer thumbs. A working man has these big old thumbs and contorted fingers or whatever. Twisted, gnarled fingers and knuckles. And he's accidentally banned Golden Rule TV, who is a good guy, according to, what's his name? Greggatron. Yeah, I can go in and find that at some point here. And does the word is acceptable in the chat, or should I mask it? Thank you for your attention to this matter, as Trump says. If it's Anchor Baby's chat, maybe you can say it. If it's Hake's chat, maybe mask it. Or, censor it. Delete it, but don't time them out unless it's like egregious and repeated. On JLPs, it's marginal. You don't know. On Punchy, we're not sure. I'm not sure. Thank you for your question and attention to your job. It's not a job, but thank you, Mike. Coffees. Mike. Greggatron says, great call from Art yesterday. Great call, he says. Yeah. Thank you, Greggatron. Hey, can you ask Art if he was referring to FMLA, FMLA, Family Medical Leave Act? Oh, FMLA? Basically, people use it to take off work for emergency purposes / long periods of time, and they can still keep their job. You can't fire them. At my job, I've seen people use it after surgery when they're all out of sick days. That must have been what I used. I was out for 3 months from like mid-August through mid-November, or was it December or November, like 3 years ago? Anyway, maybe more than that. I saw someone else use it, and she had days. She just didn't want to use them. People use FMLA, Family Medical Leave Act, I guess, right? Yeah. For different reasons. You don't get paid while on FMLA. Oh, but you're still guaranteed your job when you come back. So it's pretty kiss-up culture because you can't fire the person for using FMLA. FMLA. I don't know if it's pronounced FMLA. We don't know if these people are telling the truth or not. Personally, I'm against it. I support workman's compensation, after you get injured or whatever, but not FMLA. What do you think of workman's comp? That can be abused too. People can scam that too, but it's better than FMLA. Sorry for the non-pithy message. Shout out to our boy Art. Greggatron. Thank you, Greggatron. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm leery of workman's comp. You hear about that stuff all the time, and never in a good context. Okay, maybe rarely in a good context. Workman's comp. Sion says with the coffee here. Hey, Hake. Tan, light-skinned, mid-toned, black, waving hand emoji. America should thank their lucky stars for President Trump coming in for 4 years and saving what's left of the country. All the corruption and the scam that's been going on, it's being exposed. Indeed it is. The Somalian community, Mexican community, they multiply by the dozens off taxpayers' money, claiming single parent when they have 2 household income. We have to live fair in this country. If it's not fair for the hardworking Americans who make an honest living and struggling to make ends meet, says Sion. Exactly, Sion. There's been a lot exposed over the past years, even when they did the evil thing with the shutdowns, which were not justified, I don't think, during the China virus. A lot of stuff was exposed, these bum teachers teaching racism, sexism, homophobism, Islamphobism, and deadbeat dadism, and LGBTQIA to the students. Degenerate. And some of the parents realize, because they're bums themselves who don't pay attention. Shout out. You got to pay attention, man. It's wild. And also the welfare thing. Remember all that welfare fraud? Oh, SNAP fraud, SNAP scams. Not just fraud, but just abuse. Getting candy and sody pop when that's for desperation. And it shouldn't even be the government being the solution. The government is the problem, not the solution. Or part of the problem, if you will. Part of the symptoms of the problem. It's that evil mama spirit. Thank you so much, Sion. Thank you kindly. Okay, so that's shenanigans, we'll call it. So-called family shenanigans. Exactly. With the government money, which is our money, really. Supposed to be. Over there from Cesar. Coffees from Cesar. Sup, Hake? Regarding the Santa version of the Hake Report intro? Yeah, I despise that weird voice as well. Yeah. You know that one that sounds like an evil elf? LOL. Lots of laughs out loud. I haven't heard from my two favorite callers, David in Ocala and David in Texas. Hope they are well. That AJ Gallardo version, the original theme song of the Hake Report, always gets me going, man. How can I obtain the musical notes so that I can learn how to play it on my own guitar? I'll ask my friend for tabs. Are there tabs? But if you go to jessieleepeterson.com/remixes, you can, oh Lord. .com/remixes. Let's see if this goes to it. There's the stand-up remix. There's these remixes. And you can find the original theme song of the Hake Report on CD Baby, Spotify, iHeart, Deezer, YouTube, Apple, Google, Amazon Music, Pandora. So a lot of people use Spotify. I don't get it. Cancel, I guess. And you can play the original theme song. And if you play it, what? It's going to close. Is it going to play? Close. It's not going to play. It's not going to play. Lame. Anyway, YouTube music is generous, right? You can just play it right here. I think. There it is. Nice, huh? Oh. Nice. Thank you, sir. What a mess. All right, where was I? Have a safe weekend, everybody. I guess you're going to have to sound it out. Because I don't know if we have the notes or the tabs, whatever tabs are. Guitar players who can't read music. A lot of the best musician writers or what music writers can't even read music, I guess. They just sound it out. They just have that natural brilliance, that genius, and stick-to-itiveness, which is not a word, or maybe it is a word by now, even though it's a tortured fake word. Have a safe weekend, everybody. Smiley. Thanks, Pren. Dominican hands. P.S. Can you get Anchor Baby to tell me where I can find those videos from the pastor featured on Bible Thumper Thursday in case he didn't want to promote the guy? Send me his name and a coffee reply or response on X. JLP recommended you dial this number. Bond Office 323, oops, not 232. 323-782-1980. Not sure if you're shy to talk on the phone or you don't have time or you don't have outgoing calls or something or other, but that's the number that they recommend calling to call and leave a message for the Anchor Baby. But anyway, I'll help you out if I can, but I don't know the name, and yeah. Nice. Lastly, I think we got to get to popcorn. Popcorn's thump keg. Popcorn. When reading your Bible, what's your general stance on when to take something at face value versus asking yourself the question, what does that mean, or what did they mean? I ask because Jesse had a caller yesterday, Jerry, who told him that when Jesus wept, I wonder if it was Jerry, who told him that, when Jesus wept around raising Lazarus, he was weeping because Lazarus had gone to hell. H-E double toothpicks. Jesse said, how do you know that? You're making that up. Why are you saying that, etc.? The caller said God told him that. No, he didn't. And that made sense to him. And that it made sense. Maybe he did say God told him that, but then he backtracked at some point saying, no, God didn't tell me that. Just my mind, it just made sense. It's the natural jump. And it turned into this whole thing, you're believing your thoughts thing. Yeah, totally, obviously, right? I'll have to find the clip, but I can recall Jesse saying the reason Jesus wept was because the people didn't know that they could have performed the miracle too. Yeah, he mentioned that today. He was weeping because they could not see, or could not see that. That was Jesse's explanation. Most often, Jesse, when confronted about the Jesus wept thing, when asked about it, he will say, because they can't see. Period. They're blind. I bring that up because the Bible doesn't say that. Oh, that they could have raised him. Yeah, that part about they could have raised him. Don't know. But that's what Jesse says was the reason. Most often, though, he says they can't see. But the Bible doesn't explicitly say something. You either take it at face value or you draw your own conclusion or get a revelation from God about it. Jesse also said that honor your father and mother means don't hate them. Again, nowhere does it say that's what honor means. So take it at face value, get a revelation from God, or smoke on it. How do you generally assess what the Bible says? In church, Jesse is viewed as an authority. People wait for his answer to the BQs, and he presents as if it's the answer. Telling people to know for yourself doesn't have much weight when people speak and explain things as they understand / know it, or parentheses, know it, and get told they're in their imagination. Know for yourself equals come back when you've drawn the same conclusion as me because I'm right. I'm only saying that because Jesse tells people they are wrong on certain things in the Bible, on what certain things in the Bible mean. Interpret. Revelation from God. Everything is, I don't know. Where do you fall? Unpack it a little if you can. Well, Popcorn, you're definitely interpreting things, and you're concerning yourself with what other people are seeing as what the Bible says, or what other people are seeing Jesse as. You're saying, oh, people see Jesse as an authority. That's clearly their problem. Because he clearly does tell them, know for yourself. But if they're interpreting for themselves, that's not knowing. That's interpreting. They're listening to interpretation. And he already warned you about interpretation because that's not knowing. Do you think that the Jerry guy is right? Did that make sense to you? Did that make sense to anybody on earth that Lazarus went to H-E double toothpicks? That's insane. Popcorn? Clearly, surely you understand that. And I'm not calling you Shirley. Although you can be kind of Shirley. Here, let me see. The word Shirley. As in argumentative. I misspelled that. Surely acts as a discourse marker. No. How do you spell surely? Surly, there it is. S-U-R-L-Y. Bad-tempered and unfriendly. I'm kidding, Popcorn. I don't know. Are you kind of bad-tempered and unfriendly? Are you ever bad-tempered and unfriendly? Surly? How do you spell that? Here, let's go over here.
Surly.
Can you have a man pronounce it? Anyway. Yeah, I don't know where JLP got the thing about they could have raised Lazarus from the dead themselves too. Maybe they could have. I mean, based on everything else that the Bible says in context, I suppose they could have. Because it fits with everything. It fits with the context. But it's not merely context and interpretation. Doesn't it say in the Bible that the Spirit will guide you into all truth? The teacher will guide you into all truth. But people go into their heads and interpret. And then they get all puffed up and high and mighty on their high horses. And then they project that high horsedness onto JLP. It's shameful. No, he says, oftentimes when JLP gives the answers to the biblical question, he will say, in addition to what you guys said, because a lot of times what they say is right, but sometimes what they say is just out of their head and not right. These people people will answer the biblical question and they will be right, or at least have it's partly right, or part of the answer. Nice. I would go with the revelation from God thing, because God did make you. He did give you some sense, but you've been detached from your common sense. That's my theory about how things go. Common sense is common to all, but people have been separated from it. That's what I suggest is going on. So that was not a common sense answer, that thing about Jesus cried for Lazarus because Lazarus went to hell, even though Jesus raised him from the dead 5 minutes later. Not that it was 5 minutes. It may have been an hour. Whatever. Nice. Nice going, Pharisee. I call him Pharisee because he's one of those guys who's always trying to catch people in inconsistencies or something. Ronnie bought a coffee. My brother, Hake. What have you been reading lately? What are you, Daniel from Texas? I can't remember who normally calls you and asks that, Daniel. But I haven't caught any of that guy's calls lately. It's usually a Bible verse. Well, Daniel doesn't bring Bible verses. Oh, yeah, who, me? Yeah, I'll read a Bible verse. That's true. Yeah, and I did read, there's, Bible Thumper Thursday, and different things come up. My thoughts are not your thoughts, saith the Lord. Also, tell me what you think of the following quote, women and children can be careless, but not men. Interested? I like that quote, kind of. I like it. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm not saying it's true or false. But men don't get good leeway. Have a good weekend. Us, black strong arm, and white strong arm. Dark black, by the way. Yeah. I remember I was thinking, man, Ronnie, you made me think of something I was thinking about yesterday listening to the JLP show. If you always don't mind a quick story before I get to the calls, the lines are full. I was thinking about fathers who get irritated at sons, or mothers who get irritated at children who are foolish, vain, caught up in ego, making everybody late, and trying to get their hair perfect or whatever, and not even necessarily being malicious or disrespectful, at least not on purpose, spitting on this or that, just being rude, as in kind of showing signs of being poorly trained, even when you were raised pretty right. You weren't raised to do these things, but you saw other kids doing this and you do that, or whatever. You go to these schools with these bad kids, and they're having spitting contests, and they're all concerned with their looks and appearance. They're coming into their own ego, so-called. or the ego is getting its claws all over them, and they want to be all perfect. They don't want to go out, and then making the whole family late, and it's so irritating to the people. This is white to the people who don't like being late. Well, understanding, patience, righteous, a more righteous confrontation, still a good confrontation, because you gotta, come on. You can't let this guy hold up your whole family. It's not right. Young guy or gal, hold up your whole family. It's not right. But, the child is the careless one. The mother gets careless, irritated at the careless child. And sometimes when it's bad, real bad, the father gets careless, angered by the carelessness of the son or daughter. And that's really not right. And then the father has what JLC says in church. He said this in church. Don't have a because when you got angry. When you get angry, don't have a because. I'm sorry I got so angry, but it just makes me so angry when you are so disrespectful. Don't have a but, don't have a because. Nice. So that's sort of what I thought of with that thingamajigger quote thing. Nice? Nice. Story. Fathers gotta be perfect, but they're not. And that's when you realize that don't be a whiny little baby. Nice. All right. Let me just double check over here. Refresh here. What's up, guys? Hey. Okay. Art in Ohio is on the line over here. Art, thank you for calling and holding, sir. What is up? How you doing, man?
Hake gon' give it to him. Don't give it to him. Hake gon' give it to him.
That's right.
So check this out, Hake or whatnot. So I was thinking about, I'm gonna try to correlate these two things or whatnot, and I'm gonna use jail as a simple form for the liberals or whatnot. For the liberals.
Okay.
For the liberals, okay. So when you go to jail or whatnot, you get commissary. Hake, you get commissary or whatnot. Bam, 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 boom.
Which commissary is money for buying
chips,
snacks.
Food, snacks, all that stuff.
Yep.
Bam. So if you go to court the next day or whatnot, keep in mind, if they look at you, Hake, you come in there, they're going to automatically judge you. Vice versa for Art, too.
Because you're a criminal. Hey, convict.
No. Follow me.
Okay.
They're going to judge you, meaning they're going to look at you and be like, hey, got them little arms. He got that good hair. He pretty. He don't look like he from the hood, and we going to take his stuff. So keep in mind, you got to go to court the next day.
Yeah.
So when you go to court, they're going to go in your bag and take your Snickers. So guess what? When you come back from court and you see your stuff gone, you got one or two options. The first option you got is you going to fight, or the second option you got, you going to run. But guess what? When the liberals run or whatnot, keep in mind the liberals is the communists and the liberals are basically going against each other. So the communists is stealing from the liberals or whatnot when they come back from court or whatnot, and the liberals is the ones just running. So that's what I say, the devils is fighting each other. Bam, 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 boom. So when you run, you can go to a different tank. You can go to a different prison in a different county or a different city in that same state. But guess what? Word of mouth spreads. The word's gonna get out that you soft, and that you don't defend your stuff. So everybody's gonna keep taking from you. So your whole time that you in jail, you will be miserable.
Yeah.
Okay. So guess what? When you do like me, when somebody try to do that to me, as soon as I come through the door, I check inventory straight out. 100 and me. I'm talking about me. I'm 55, 60 pounds, 6 foot, 5'11", 6 foot.
Okay.
I'm checking my inventory too as soon as I come in. So bam, this is a true story. Bam. So I'm missing a couple of my little cookies or whatnot. They like Oreo cookies, but they the cheap brand. I'm missing about like 5 of them out of a whole roll of them. Bam. So I'm like, bam, I go to the day room. I'm like, man, who been in my bag?
Nice.
Oh, this and this and this and this and that. I'm like, man, bro, who been in my bag? Let's get out here in the middle of this floor. Let's get that work in. Straight out. So dude, one of the dudes step up. Oh, this. I'm like, I ain't trying to hear nothing you saying, bro. Get out here and get them hands. Bam, 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 boom. So I see ain't nobody busting no moves or whatnot. So I play how I play it. So next thing I know, one dude come in there. Oh, I didn't mean to do that, bro. I did it or whatnot. But I thought it was somebody else. Yeah. You better get to apologizing and acting like you didn't know what you was doing. But what they really doing is they were trying to feel Artie out to see if Artie was going for that sweet stuff. And I wasn't going for that sweet stuff, and I lined them up. Nah, when people get to playing with your money and your food and how you survive, you got to nip that stuff in the bud, or they going to be checking your pockets or whatnot. So when I go there and I'm saying that about them Somalians or whatnot in Minnesota or whatnot. As Native Americans, we can't be playing. We setting the precedence. If we let this slide, we basically saying we gonna let any and every other thing slide. So I hope people understand what's going on. So if you thinking that you want to keep letting these same people or whatnot stay here and, you want to feel bad for them, well, that's cool and that's fine for you. I know what happened with you type of people.
Yeah.
You keep getting stolen from, and you're going to end up broke, and you're going to be one of these little George Soros Karens at all these ICE facilities out here protesting with dust in your pockets, meaning you're broke.
Right.
So no, I go and I'm saying that it's not. It's just the nature. It's just the nature of just like how America was conquered by the settlers or whatnot. It ain't right. It ain't nice. It's just the way that life is.
That's true.
It's just the predator and the prey mentality. You can't change that. You can't get no social workers to change that. You can't get mama to change that. She ain't gonna make you no hot cocoa, and she's gonna change it and fix everything. It's just natural. Okay, so bam, go ahead. I'm listening to you.
That makes total sense, and that's the mindset of the people. They live in the real world, whereas we live in this false world of, oh, it's not fair. They were here first. Oh, let's feel sorry for victims. When in reality, it's take what you can get. That's how the world is.
Ain't nobody feeling sorry for you.
Yep.
Ain't nobody feeling sorry for me, but we don't want nobody to feel sorry for us. You see what I'm saying? But they want us to feel sorry for them and their kids and stuff when our kids are suffering. You see what I'm saying? Like literally, what about their kids? Well, hold up, you taking from my kids' face in my house,
right?
But I'm supposed to forget about my kids and just put yours in front of mine. Okay.
Conservatives know how evil people are. That's why they're conservative. And they know that when she's crying or he's crying, he's lying. Because a lot of thieves will play victim or play like you're wrong when you're like, hey, what about my money? Or, hey, what about my Oreos? What a mess, huh? They'll act like you're the one who's wrong when you loan them money or whatever. Terrible.
Yep. Facts. And let me tell you something about this American culture they don't know or whatnot. If me and Hake go in the club together, we leave the club together. So if you came over here with all them Somalians and all these other illegal Indians, you came in together, y'all leaving together. It ain't we breaking no family up, y'all all leaving or whatnot. And this is the part that don't get me. Don't nobody got no type of integrity. That's even more the reason why you shouldn't be over here. You should be thankful enough and be proud that we let you come in for as long as we let you come in for. But you like, oh shit, well we don't. Excuse my language. You like, oh shoot, we don't came in, we ain't leaving. What you mean you ain't leaving? Yes, you are.
Right.
And after you leave, since you've been showing off and act like you don't want to leave on your own recognizance. Now when you on your own recognizance, when you go back to your home country, don't be expecting America to be sending you no more money. You ain't getting no more money. We don't want Christmas to come around. We don't want to see the big bellies and the feed the children come around. We gonna play you just how you try to play us. All the handouts and the free stuff and feeling sorry for people, it's over with.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just seeing it for what it is. I'm getting tired of the side we gonna march or whatnot. The liberal Karens out there, they don't understand what the writing on the wall is. Until they backed in the corner, then we supposed to be all feeling sorry for them. Already are supposed to be trying to stand up for them and keep their commissary for getting stolen. When Art was trying to tell them, like, hey, you need to stand up for yourself because they gonna be robbing you. But now that they didn't stand up for themselves and it's all getting bad, then they're gonna be running the Hake and Ark to try to fix the problem, which they trying to do with Trump as we speak right now. Bam. So are you ready for my next thing?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what do you feel about Fox News talking about the strikes on the Venezuelan boats or whatnot? How you feel about that?
I haven't heard what Fox News is saying about the strikes, other than I heard a competitor of mine say that that's how the ball bounces. You have survivors, you do a double tap because that's what you're supposed to do. And is that against the law? And the experts on there said no, it's not against the law.
Yeah. Well, my thing is this: Trump and Rubio. Is that Marco Rubio that speaks for Trump as far as with the airstrikes? He's been speaking for Trump.
I believe it was Pete Hegseth, but maybe Marco Rubio is involved in it because he's definitely involved in. He's very concerned about the Venezuela situation. So Rubio may have said something. I'm not sure.
Facts. Okay, so bam, my thing is this: when Rubio or Hake said for what, now make sure you go to Trump and ask them how you can come. But me, Art, I'm like this. I don't lost cousins, friends. One of my favorite cousins, whatnot, childhood cousin. We grew up together, whatnot, same age and stuff. I think his mom had us around the same time, so we just grew up around each other. Lost him to fentanyl or whatnot. So what I'm basically saying is that they need to basically, as long as America's blood being spilled, we gonna keep booming them boats relentlessly. You see what I'm saying? We ain't gonna let up. As long as they keep sending them boats over, Trump is gonna keep booming them boats. He ain't gonna stop. That's the first thing. So they feeling sorry for the people that's getting boomed in those boats or whatnot. Don't feel bad for them, because as soon as the drugs is getting over here to America, and the Native Americans is selling drugs, guess what? When we catch them over here in America, they going to jail for 25 years to life. So don't even worry about it. We booming the boats from Venezuela, and the American citizens that touching the drugs over here in America, illegal drugs, they getting 25 years. So what's the equal fair exchange? One person is going to hell, and the other person is doing 25 years in life for selling fentanyl in America. And we ain't letting up. Yeah, it's a whole new day. The Republicans gonna crack. You gonna respect that whip. We cracking down on it, man, straight up, and say it with your chest. And we mean what we say, and we say what we mean. I'm not no soft Republican, man. We gonna stand on that.
Nice.
Facts. I'll catch you later, Brody.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Already. Yes, sir.
Bye. I want to get to William 7 out of California here. What's up, William 7? How you doing?
Hey, can you hear me all right?
Yeah, I hear you great.
Oh, excellent. Hey, I want to shout out to Audie Art. Weird after he was on yesterday, my Facebook feed said, you might know Artie Art. So I friended him, and it's him. So shout out to Artie Art.
There you go.
And, yeah, so you were talking about earlier about the Irish guy that was going to go to jail versus prison because he refused to call somebody they instead of an individual.
Right.
So do you remember when Jesse Lee Peterson did an interview with Jordan B. Peterson, famous, a.k.a. Out of Canada, psychologist taught at the University of Harvard, I think as an associate professor. And I followed him for quite a bit. And, that's what they try to do to him, too. Or I don't know if you guys realize that, but in Canada, his people...
Yeah, they were definitely persecuting Jordan B. Peterson. That's right.
Yes. Yes, and then he was battling health and all that and all the mess. And, and so he's been saying that the university system and what we teach is just horrendous, and that they're in trouble, and he says America's in trouble. And like I said, probably listened to more of Jordan B.
That's a
Peterson
good
over the last-
point.
over the last,
This stuff
5
is
years?
happening here.
Yeah.
In fact, they're
So-
taking children away from fathers who don't want to go along with the transitioning
Right.
of their children by
I know. And then the
in some
schools
cases
don't have
by
to
a
tell the parents.
stepmother.
And the
Yeah.
schools don't even have to tell the parents.
Yep.
Because I know about all that in the foster care system. You have to sign an affidavit
That you're
about
gonna
the
that you'll
kids
go
that they-
along with the LGBTIQ
Well, it's
agenda.
their rights. They have rights, and they have rights to have friends and do whatever they want. So, and under the foster care system, I don't know. At least here in California, I know. They will compensate you because you're raising someone else's kid, and it comes from the county.
Right.
And
Pretty
so I
corrupt
don't
thing.
know if that's how they. I don't know if that's how they can get you to go along, and then if not, they take away the money. And if you're not living correctly or beyond your means, I guess it could be detrimental to you.
Well,
No,
there's
it
been
is.
these
So-
Christian. There was, I think, a story of Christian foster parents who refused to go along with the transgender pledge, right, or whatever, and they had their foster parent status taken away from them. Something like that in America, I thought.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah.
I mean, I did not re-up my foster care because who I'm raising is actually a family member and not a stranger.
Uh-huh.
So, but yeah, I did not want to go along with that. But I think as long as you stay calm and don't get angry, because they will turn. If you get upset, they will call that violent behavior.
Of
They'll say
course.
you're being violent.
Yep.
Yeah, and so
You have to be perfect.
So you do. I mean, you know what? Jesus made that point very clear.
Yeah.
And you know how people mistake texts and all that, and so when we read in the Bible and people thump on it, they're like, Jesus was angry, and I'm like, well, first it's a text, and it was 2,000 years ago, so we don't really know. And let's not forget about the Bible, the translations from language to language to language. Not all languages are constructed the same.
Yeah.
And the words are not put together the same. So if you don't know that, you can gaslight a point, and I think that's why we're so fractured as Christians, because everyone's like in their head about, mess.
Well, yeah,
Seems
totally.
like it. So yeah, I'm sorry if I'm drifting off into the weeds, but
No, you're all right.
but yeah,
I think.
so I wanted to make that point that it's happening, and it started to happen at the school that the kids in, and I think the only saving grace is that the principal and a lot of the people who are in the upper echelons of the school were actually in my graduating class, so I kind of know them, and and they know, and as long as you stay calm, they're not going to. I don't think they'll do anything too bad.
Yeah.
Otherwise, that would be evil. But yeah, so Artie Art makes some good points about the seems like he's got a lot of knowledge about that. And I used to do jail ministry and juvenile hall ministry as well. So it's very fascinating, that whole system, and it's all tied together, unfortunately. So it is a mess. It can be a mess. That's for darn sure.
Yeah.
So the other thing, I guess, I don't know what else. Friday, you know what? Something I've noticed. I'm sitting there at the post office, and the guy was like, everybody that came up to his window, he got really personal and said, "So, hey, what do you got going on this weekend?" And it almost seemed robotic.
Okay.
It kind of weird. I don't know. I just never, like, hey, so you got any plans going on this weekend? As if they were friends, but they're not friends.
Right.
And one guy, I think he was trying to be funny, or maybe he was just a beep, but he said it was none of your damn business.
Nice.
Like, so I started laughing. But anyway, all right. Well, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to try to keep it loosey-goosey because that's what you're all about, I think. And, peace out to all y'all out there, to Maze. Beautiful Maze.
Beautiful Maze.
And, all right, man. Take care, Hake, and God bless everybody.
You as well, William 7. Take care.
All right.
Bye. Chase in Texas, Tejas. Chase, how you doing, man?
Al, I'm sitting on the side of the road. Got my truck here. It's a long story behind that. I'm helping one of my neighbors get some limbs out of their yard for money. So truck's in the middle of the road, and some person keeps locking it to be smart alecky.
Is it
I don't know where they're at.
is it
They won't come out
snowy
here and
over
say
there?
anything. Is it what? Stormy? No.
Snowy. Is it snowed over there?
No, not at all.
Does it snow over there ever?
Yeah, rarely.
Okay. Nice.
We had about 10 days worth of hard snow one February. It was like the whole state of Texas was shut down.
Yeah, with the power outage, huh?
Yeah, it was bad.
Dang. Yeah.
Lost a lot. We lost a lot of jobs that year.
Wow.
So, anyway.
Wow, man, I wish you well with your situation that you got yourself into. I heard you on the Jesse Lee Peterson show the other day.
Yeah, it's my own fault, man.
Yeah.
It's I know exactly what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. It's just a thing.
Well,
I don't control my sexual impulse because I just don't. Because
well, you might.
Trying to keep...
Are you doing JLP's silent prayer?
Yeah, actually, I am.
Nice.
I really am.
We'll stay with it, man, and try to keep alert and catch the thoughts, because you don't necessarily have to go with the thoughts. Actually, I hear.
No, well, my method is as the thought enters your head, you literally just blank out. You let it go in your head. You just analyze it. You just like they said, you recognize it's a negative, positive, neutral kind of emotion attached to it. You don't react to it. You just sit there and relax and know that everything's all right.
I had a friend who every single day after work would reach into the fridge. This is an old buddy. I was roommates with him for a while, way back. He would reach into the fridge for a beer every single day. And one time, another friend said, "Why don't you just pause on that, and be aware?" Because what he didn't realize was he was following that just habitual thought thing to do it.
Yeah.
Where he thought that he didn't even want to go a day without a beer or however much.
I got it. Thank you.
So anyway.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, so I was going to say something. This is kind of a sensitive matter. It's not that big of a deal. But I have a friend. I've known her for about 6 years, and he just called me and was on the phone with me and my friend, and I went in the house and started talking to her serious. Yeah, there's some sex stuff involved. Her and another girl. I'm not going to get into it. It's a little bit graphic. But she wants to meet the other girl, and then as we got into a conversation, she said, "Hey, do you know any cutters?" I said, "Why?" She started crying, and I'm like, "Okay, I hear you. What's going on?" And she was telling me her daughter is somewhere. I'm not doxing anything. So she's been doing something to herself, and she wanted to know why.
People who cut themselves.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what you mean by cutters. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
JLP has counseled with people who've, over the years, decades, I've heard, who've
I'm gonna snap a
used to
picture of
do that.
myself sitting on top of my truck real quick and put it on what's it called?
What a mess.
Your thingy, Nick's thingy, Discord. All right. So what were you saying?
Yeah, so she wanted your advice on her daughter cutting?
Yeah, I pretty much told her, I said, I understand. You know, her dad's locked up. He's not going to be out till, she said, that's irrelevant. I just told her, look, this is the only thing I can do for you. I can go up there and talk to your daughter, but I need his permission first, and that's cool. I could get her dad's permission. I don't want her permission. She already gave it to me. I'm not going up there. Never met her daughter. Never one time since I've known her have I met her daughter. She's young. She doesn't need to be doing what she's doing. I asked her a simple question. I said, have you done anything in front of her that would have influenced her at all? I said, you're going to have to be straight with me. You cannot sit here and dodge my questions. You're going to have to be straight with me. And she said, no, I've never done this and this and that. I said, so is she gay? She said, well, yeah, but that's okay. I said, no, it's not. Why is she gay? Well, it's okay. No, it's not.
So the daughter who cuts her arms or herself, her skin, is also LGBTIQ?
It was bad where she cut, yeah.
Oh, it's a bad cut.
Bad.
And so she's asking you to be her counselor, her daughter's counselor?
Yep.
And the daughter never met you
No.
before?
No.
Oh, so have you already talked to the daughter now?
No. I mean, no.
You're about to?
I'm gonna consider it. Like I said, first I want the permission of the father. That won't be too hard. She can give me his TDC number. I can write him a letter. I can talk to her father, which would be the kid's grandfather, and say, hey, look, he wants me to go talk. I'm going to give advice. I know what I'm saying. Let me talk to the kids. And they say, yeah, and I'll go up there and talk to her. Get their permission. I'll do what I'm going to do. I know what to say. I know exactly what to say. And that's it.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. I don't really want to see this kid throw her life away. Like, I've seen people do hard drugs right in front of teenagers, like it's okay.
Right.
Right in the room with them.
Yeah.
I said, I'm not coming back to this house ever again, because that's about 27 ways to get effed off seriously right there, because if anything were to happen, whether I'm smoking whatever drug is in there or not, if I'm just in the house and one of y'all does something stupid and one of these chicks wants to call the police, I'll get caught in there. I've got a year's left of parole. Everyone in the house is going to get in trouble for the child endangerment. I don't want to be a part of that. I mean, if y'all want to keep that little teenager like that in front of that, that's your problem. I ain't going back over there.
What a mess.
Y'all are black and grown. You know, I'm not listening to that. Get the fuck out of here. I mean, get out of here with that. That kind of stuff is disgusting to me. It's not disgusting because I'm like, wah, poor kid. It's disgusting because why would you want to intentionally reverse, just damage someone and say, it's okay, it happened to me? Like, what is wrong with you? This is okay? Really? And I'm supposed to respect you. Why? For what reason? That's it, man. I don't want to get emotional. I'm not gonna get mad. I'm staying calm. So I got friends up the street.
Well, Chase, I wish you well, man.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
the call. Take care.
No problem. You
All
too.
right. Bye. Oh, you got me with the click. David in Texas. What's up, David? It's good to hear from you, sir.
Thank you, sir. It's good to hear from you, or not from you. It's good to hear your voice.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Going well.
Good. Well, we can blame this all on Cesar or Cesar.
What are we blaming on Cesar
just,
or Cesar?
Oh, because he said he was wondering how David from Ocala and I were doing.
Yeah.
He may have been talking about a different David from Texas. I don't know, but yeah, no, I just calling in. I got 2 or 3 short things I wanted to hit you with. The first thing is I watched a YouTube video, and there were 4 guys that went over to China, and this isn't a joke, but they went over to China, and they were just like vacationing over there. They stayed in a town called Chongqing.
And it was literally called Chongqing.
Chongqing. Yes, sir.
It's a funny name. Funny sounding name.
It is a funny name because, when I was a kid, it was Ching Chong, China.
True.
There's a town, there's a city, and the city is very fascinating. It's not a place where I would want to live. Not certain if I would even want a vacation there or go through there, but it was interesting. It was an interesting video that these 4 guys did. It was 4 guys at first, and then 2 of the other guys split off and went back to the States or wherever they went. And then the other 2 guys, finished the video out. But I guess it's built alongside of a mountain. They've got a train that goes completely through an apartment building. Like, they didn't want to tear the apartment building down, but to build the train, they put some acoustics or something inside of the station where the train goes through, and people still live there.
Wow.
It was So they were like 26 floors, 26 stories up, and it was just an amazing feat of all of this. And there's a lot of technology there, and the city's all lit up. I mean, it was just really fascinating. And I always think it's fascinating to me when I get to see what life appears to really be like in places that they, you know, we get all this propaganda, you know, China's this and Russia's that, and, you know, this place is that way and this place is that way. But when you get to really see kind of what's going on, it's a little bit different, or a lot bit different than what they portray.
Did they get their
on
city?
The news.
Did they get their architecture from America?
I don't know.
Or did it kind of was it mutual or what? I'm talking about their modern. I'm talking about their modern cities.
They steal a lot of.
Go ahead. Yeah.
What's that?
I'm talking about their modern, you know, skyscrapers and buildings and things. But you said allegedly they steal a lot of our technology and designs.
Information, technology and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Chongqing.
It appears to be that way.
Wow.
Yeah. The other thing is, yesterday I caught, I didn't catch it live, but I caught Punchie TV.
Yep.
And I thought that, is it Kurt, K-U-R-T? That his name?
Yes, sir.
Thought he did a pretty darn good job.
Yeah. I did too.
I mean,
I'm interested to see how he takes this.
He kind of carried it.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's the new producer / host.
I know, but I mean, you know, I don't know what his background is.
He's
not
white.
Important, really, but he's white. Well, that's what I told Derek when he answered the phone. I said he did all right for a white boy.
Yeah.
And I thought he really did really good, man. And you know, I left a comment on the video because, like I said, I didn't get to watch it live, but you know, see, you know, people kind of talking about the past and stuff on there, and it's like, and just, you know, I try to do my best to stay as present as I can, you know, because that's really where God resides, I believe. I mean, he knows the future and the past, but where he meets us, I think is right here, right now. So that's where I always want to be, you know.
Yeah.
So you thought he did well?
Oh yeah. People said, "Oh, it was slow."
I mean,
he's soft.
He was on it. He was on it last week, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He was on the program last week, but he wasn't holding the steering wheel last week.
Right. That's true. Well, he kind of was. He sort of was. But he really took over this time. He dominated.
Yeah.
He dominated.
So, shout out.
Indeed.
The last thing is, because I still, you know, I have not attained, nor am I perfected, but I am, and I don't see the changes in myself as much as I hope other people do. But a son, my oldest son is 16. He'll be 17 next month, and or he'll be 16 next month. He's 15. But I had him in the truck with me. I've had him in the truck with me 3 or 4 different times. And every time I've had him in the truck, we listened to Jesse. And so I took him and all of my kids to this drag races back in October last month. And when I went to go pick him up, he handed me a note. And it's a piece of notebook paper, but it's completely filled up with his words. And I'm not going to read it to you, but what he said was that he really appreciated me and that he couldn't have asked for a better father, which I think he might be a little bit crazy, but he said that he forgives me for not protecting me from his mom.
Nice. That's funny.
I thought that was pretty awesome, man.
That is cool.
Yeah. So
shout out to your son.
I'm not where I want to be just yet, but what's that?
I said shout out to your son.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a good guy.
Nice.
He's a good guy. Yeah. Well, I hope you have a great weekend, man, and thank you, Cesar or Cesar. And yeah, I really enjoy your show, buddy, and I appreciate the work that you put into it. And we'll catch you at church.
That sounds good. Take care, David.
All right, young man.
All
yes,
right.
sir. You too. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Stephen in Maryland. Stephen, thanks for calling and holding, sir. How are you doing?
Okay. I'm doing fine. How about you?
I'm fine as well.
Good.
Do you like Dick Van Dyke?
Who is that? The actor?
Yeah,
Dick Van Dyke?
the actor.
Yeah. That's nice.
Yeah, me too.
What happened to him?
Oh, he's turning 100 in a week and a day.
Oh yeah, I remember him from Mary Poppins.
Me too.
I didn't know you were born then when Mary Poppins came out.
I don't think I was, but my mother owned it, so and my brother watched it a lot, and so we've all seen the movie a number of times, probably.
Yeah, with Julie Andrews.
Yeah.
Remember her?
Yep.
Yeah.
I think she's still kicking too. If I'm not mistaken, maybe she's gone.
She's still here. She's still here.
Nice.
But anyway, I have a solution for you guys about Somalians, the one up in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't we all just put them on a plane and put them all down in Mississippi? Since black people don't do agriculture anymore, we can put them down there and they can do the agriculture. So if you took all the Mexicans out, they're going back home. So there you go. Just pay them $5-10 an hour, and they won't be carrying on up in Minnesota. All of them. Take all of them down there.
I think there are 68 million Hispanics in the United States, and not all of them work agriculture, obviously, but some of them do. I don't know if we really targeted the agricultural Hispanics, but yeah, blacks are better suited for the sunshine, you know.
Yeah, there you go. Cause what they gonna do in the wintertime when it gets cold? They're from a warm country.
I don't know.
On an overcoat.
Yeah, it's like they're fighting to stay in a place that they gotta hate. You must hate Minnesota.
Right.
Come on.
Right. Cold is up there. They wouldn't know what to do.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm sending them down there. And this art guy, how's he know about, what's he got, been in jail before? I don't know about no commissary. What is it? Taking out cookies and stuff?
Don't the military get commissary too?
I don't know about no commissary.
Well, when I searched
they got a commissary, where you go to commissary to get stuff every now and then. That's different. So you go to commissary to buy stuff. You already got your money.
Huh. Commissary.
It's a little different.
I don't know how to spell it either. It's two M's, two S's.
Yeah, 2 M's.
2 M's and 2 S's.
Millissary.
Yeah. A store selling groceries at low prices, typically on military bases or in prisons. Also refers to shared commercial kitchens for food businesses like food trucks, caterers, etc. Military commissaries run by a Department of whatever that is. DECA, D lowercase e CA. I don't know, commissary kitchen. I don't know, but yeah, I think he did say that I could be mistaken, but I believe he said that he was a former felon or something like that. And so he knows a little bit about that stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
Shout
I don't know
out.
anything about that.
I don't either. The info here on the Hake Report may be false, okay? So,
Okay.
FYI.
And the next thing, the Tuskegee, you know the Tuskegee experiment with syphilis?
I've heard of it.
It started in 1932, and ran all the way up to 1972.
Tuskegee syphilis study. I never said I didn't have syphilis, Miss Listless.
I hope you never had syphilis.
No, that's a lyric from a rap funny song from Why? The Tuskegee study of untreated syphilis in the Negro male, informally referred to as the Tuskegee Experiment or syphilis study, between 1932 to 72, almost 40 years.
That's what I said.
And so what's wrong with that? A group of nearly 400 black American men with syphilis as a control group. They already had it, right? As well as a control group without.
I don't think they already had it. I think they probably injected some people with that stuff.
Oh, really? Well, I don't know.
It was an experiment.
People claim that it was something bad. I don't know. Sometimes
It
you
is bad.
you guys say stuff is bad when it's not even necessarily bad. So it's hard to know when something is bad because you guys say everything is bad if it's a white doing it to a black.
White people? No.
Seems like.
No.
Maybe not you personally, but there's
I
a
don't
doctor
think
drawing
everything white
blood.
people do is bad. Because they got decent white folks too.
No, I know, but when a white is doing something,
like Jesse said, not all, but most.
most whites are doing bad things when they're doing something
No, I
to a
said
black.
most white people are nice people.
Oh, okay.
Most of them, not all of them. How's that? I
Yeah.
do like Jesse too.
White people are nice
not
until
all,
they're
not
not. So they got syphilis, allegedly.
Okay, and all of them happened together in Tuskegee.
51% out of 6 out of 10 cured because they did not wait too long. Syphilis, Depression era poster. Who knew that syphilis happened even during the Depression? I didn't know they came up with syphilis that early. It does sound like an old school name, come to think of it, when I ponder it. Some memo ordering termination of the study. So it was to observe the effects of the disease when untreated to the point of death and even autopsy. There had been effective treatments, though, to reduce the severity of the disease since the 20s. Use of penicillin for the treatment of syphilis was widespread as of 1945. The men were not informed of the nature of the study. Proper treatment was withheld. More than 100 died as a result. Oh, okay, that doesn't sound that good.
No.
Yeah, but why were blacks having such syphilis? How come the normal? What's going on?
White people have syphilis too. Come on. Yeah.
I could believe that. I could believe it. But were the blacks more out of control sexually, or so did they have more syphilis per capita or something?
No. Like it was an experiment. They brought people there. They wasn't just from Alabama, just black people.
So they brought perfectly healthy people and injected them with syphilis?
I think maybe so. Maybe some of them did.
Now you're just saying maybe. You sound like Della.
Testing.
You sound like Della from Virginia saying, oh, maybe they're going to make it only for single mothers about the Trump bucks for the babies. But Trump is... Anyway, I don't know, man. I feel like it would have been in this first paragraph of Wikipedia if they injected syphilis into people. Can you even inject it into people?
Sure.
Isn't it
But
an
a needle-
STD? Now they call it
It's a
STI.
STD.
They try to call it STI instead of STD.
What's a STI?
It's sexually transmitted infection rather than a disease. Whatever. You liberals. I'm chuckling because people who probably know science and medicine are laughing at me. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's when doing the earlier.
No. Okay. So Hake is very ignorant on this whole issue, and info may be false and whatever. Catch the Fallen State up next.
That was during the time when Justice said we was living so good. Remember him?
We were only
people,
100 people died. Big wow. I mean that's not good,
not
but
you.
But that
Not
wasn't
you.
What? Say?
Not you. I'm talking about when we was living. Justice said we was living so good in Alabama.
were.
Remember that?
You
No,
were.
he wasn't.
Yeah.
No, he wasn't.
Jesse
I was
was.
there.
Jesse
He wasn't.
didn't have syphilis.
That wasn't the only thing bad thing living in Alabama in the 30s and the 40s and the 50s.
What else was bad in the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s? Jesse wasn't born in the 30s. I think he was born in
40s.
49 or something like that.
Yeah, on 40s.
Base
He said
boomer.
it was a good area. It was a good time for black people, right?
Yeah. What was bad? What
He
else
said
was bad besides
we
this
had-
syphilis experiments?
Next thing I want to know is what kind of good jobs did we have in the 40s? Oh, you wasn't there. You don't know.
Oh, I know.
But I was there. In
They
the
had
50s.
their own buses. I heard. Well, at least by the
I said-
60s they had their own buses until the NAACP put the black buses out of business with this
They didn't
integration
put them out of
mess.
business. They didn't put them out of business.
Yeah, huh?
They was bucking that law you had.
Because everybody
White people
wanted
had to sit in the
everybody
front.
wanted to ride the white buses, and so they're
No.
yeah, huh?
No.
Then how
But
the
anyway.
black buses go out of business?
I still want to know where all these good jobs were that Jesse bought. He bought all this
On
land.
the fields, on the plantation,
Where'd
stuff
they
like
get
that.
the money from to buy this?
By selling the cotton. Hopefully the cotton was wet, so it seemed heavier, and they would get more money out of it because cotton is valuable.
That was the good jobs we had picking cotton.
Well, what's wrong with that? Yeah.
Have you ever seen a white man pick cotton?
No, because we're not built for such sunlight.
You are built. What do you mean you built sunlight?
Because our skin. Well, I heard that old what's his name picked cotton. Phil Robertson, because he was what he called white trash. So he worked with the blacks, but he picked cotton and he maybe got some sunshine. But we can't take as much sunshine as you guys.
Yes, you can.
Oh,
Put your sunscreen on and go on about your business.
you're being
Or put a hat on.
you're being
put a
too
hat on.
manly. That's too manly.
Oh, okay. Anyway, I still want all these good jobs we had. That great times we had back in the 40s and the 50s. I didn't see it. But
Well,
back in
that's
the
because
40s
you were
and
up in Maryland.
I went to the military. I was down in Mississippi.
Oh, so you're in military.
55.
You're busy working the military.
I came off the base.
Uh-huh.
I didn't live on. I lived on the base. That's true.
Yeah.
But we went to town in Biloxi.
Right.
That's where Keesler Air Force Base is in Biloxi. On the
Nice.
outskirts. Okay, I went to town.
Right.
You notice I never saw any black people.
So what's the problem then? That means you didn't see miserable black people
Why would you be miserable?
because it was so bad supposedly.
That's where it was. It was bad. But it was out in the field somewhere. And back in the day, black people had their place. That's what I'm talking. That's what I was getting on William about. He's gonna put maids in her place.
Right.
That's what white people did to black people in their place.
But shouldn't you know to be in your place, whatever place that is, as an individual?
That's not good when you put people in place. That's
Well,
not good.
if they're out of place, they should get in place.
You missing the whole thing.
No,
That's
I mean
not what I'm talking
there's a place that you right now.
This is America. It's nobody got a place.
Yes, actually
You
they
move
do.
anywhere you wanna.
No, there's a sense of propriety. There's a sense of respect. There's a sense of decency when people are in their place. When
What that got to do with being in your place?
that's part of what being in your place means.
Oh, being in your place is decency.
Yeah, decency, not trying to be a leader when you're not.
Well, how come white people don't have a place?
They do. All kinds
They
of
did
different
not
white
have a
people know
place.
their places. Know their
They
place.
did not know that they went anywhere they want.
Well, he says you.
There's me, right? That's true. You wasn't there, so you don't know. You have to read a book.
I don't read books.
You don't read?
Not much.
Oh. Well, another thing, too.
Yes?
Jesse said he wrote all these books.
That's right.
Do you believe it?
Of course. I saw
don't.
him writing sometimes.
Writing what?
Writing notes for his book.
Writing down what he going to eat for dinner? What?
You're being ridiculous.
Or writing his name on a check? What was he writing?
Writing for notes and ideas in his book.
Right. Okay. You say so. I don't believe he wrote any books. I don't think he read any books either.
He read Up from Slavery. I know that one. And he also read Character Building. And he read the Bible. Character Building is the book by Booker T. Washington. It's a Booker T. Washington book.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, anyway. But I don't think he wrote any books.
Okay.
I think that was a white dude wrote that, and he put his name on it.
Anyway.
You know he do. You know he do work for this right wing, super duper right wing.
He works for them?
You notice he works for them. Do you notice
He works
that
for
never
himself.
says any-
Bond is not subject to
I
Bond
ain't
doesn't
talking about Bond. I'm talking about the backing behind Bond.
There is none. It's just donors and whatever. And church.
Look, Shannon Hannity.
And
Shannon
viewers
Hannity,
like you.
Hannity.
Haven't you
Is
said
what?
that you supported? Didn't you say that you donated?
Donated to what?
To Bond.
No, I never donated to Bond.
Oh. Why not?
No. Because I noticed that all them Bond people, they talk just alike. Did Big Bump go there?
Yeah, he comes to church sometimes.
And who's the other guy? Ankle Baby?
Yep.
Did he go there?
Yep.
You notice they all talk the same. And
That's what happens when you're hanging out and you're... That's what happens sometimes.
They say they have that same monotone. They don't
Lord.
get angry. You know, this quiet, straight, like in a hypnotic state.
Oh. Okay. Well, I gotta run, man. I got calls to get
one
to.
More thing.
All right.
You got one more thing. Mr. William in California.
The
13.
7th or the 3rd?
The 13th one.
Okay.
1 and 3. 13. But he said I joined the Air Force to integrate it. But I knew the thing was been integrated. Armed Forces was integrated in 47.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't go there to be a air traffic controller.
And when were you there?
Either.
When were you there? You said 47. When were you there?
I was in there 55 to 85.
So it was
And I did
integrated.
2 years of Ready Reserve.
Huh.
And with that, I'll land my plane. And
Thank you,
I'll
sir.
talk to you another time.
All right. Take care.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Maze from the sundown town of Dayton, Ohio. Beautiful Maze, my favorite caller. How you doing?
Hello, James. It's been a while.
Yeah.
I just been sitting back relaxing and listening.
Cool.
Sometimes you listen, you learn.
Right on.
And sometimes you don't, just stay bright.
Indeed.
Were you born in 81?
Yes.
Okay. So if the Tuskegee Experiment stopped in 72, that means that was 9 years ago.
9 years
when you were
before I
born.
was born. That's right.
Yes. So that was in what century was that?
That was in the 20th century.
Okay.
The
so now let me
19
help.
somethings.
Let me help the inquiring minds that knows nothing about the Tuskegee Experiment
All right.
and people that was there and was experimented on where they were given shots in order to have the syphilis. They had to
Wait,
get in there.
you're making
I
a
was
claim.
not-
I don't know if it's true or not.
I'm
Go ahead.
telling
I'm
going to tell you about my family members that was there and was in the experiment.
So you had syphilis family members?
Yes, I had an uncle, and he died at 102.
Nice. So he survived well.
So he sure did. But the experiment is why do Caucasians always want to experiment on black people? That was what I always wondered. I always asked them.
This is the first I've heard of white people wanting to experiment on blacks.
Who was
So
doing
where are
the
you getting
experiment?
this always stuff from?
It was not only that one. It was another one that was done in 81 where they did the mosquito experiment.
Oh, really?
There's a whole lot of them that was done. And I'm saying, like,
And it
why
was
do they
on
want-
black people?
Yes. It tells you.
Maybe they were offering money and the blacks volunteered for the money.
No, there was no money involved. No, they had to go with the Tuskegee Experiment. They said they had to go to the church. They did it through the church.
Oh, wow.
In the,
The
church.
black
And
church?
They had to get in line, and they don't never speak of only the men. They did it to women too.
Was it the black church or the regular church?
Yes, the black church.
Huh.
They didn't have a choice.
They didn't have a choice,
No, they didn't have a choice.
or they just weren't told the full truth.
They didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
That's why black people don't like taking all these shots that y'all.
But look, Maze, the whites didn't know everything either. The
They knew
whites
it
who were
wasn't-
doing the experiment, they didn't know.
It wasn't an experiment. Yes, they did.
Well,
Why
I mean,
didn't
that's why it's called an experiment. It's because you don't
Really?
know
Well,
necessarily.
nowadays, what do they do in their experiment?
Monkeys and
Mhm.
rats.
And they don't know either.
Right.
All right, okay. So why would a group of people do people like that and knowing what they was doing? That's
But they
what I
didn't
don't
necessarily full blown know that
But
they
I
were
said they
doing
did
it.
it until 72.
Uh-huh.
9 years
So
before you were born.
did your uncle have syphilis or
No,
he did not?
He
was a
did not
control
have
group?
it. It wasn't a control group. It was just something they were doing to people.
Did they give it to him?
Experiment. Yes.
And then he got over it.
He got over. He didn't have it.
Nice. He overcame it.
He couldn't spread
got
it.
healed from it.
I put it that way. He couldn't spread it. They
Oh,
was
cool.
given to spread it. It's like they do things now. When it get too many, like they do the deers. When it get to be too many deers,
Yeah.
they shoot them up. They doing black people that same way. If it get too many,
Oh, no.
they have to get rid of them.
Well, the
So
blacks
when
are doing that
when
to
your
themselves
population-
now. That's
when
not.
when your population starts
Yes.
getting low, you got to get rid of some people.
Yeah.
That's just how y'all. That's how those.
Too high, you mean?
How the Caucasians did it. Oh, and like with Rosa Parks.
Well, that was the old Margaret Sanger thing. She wanted you guys to get neutered so that you couldn't have babies.
What was Margaret Sanger? Was she a Hispanic or was she a Native American? What was she?
Jewish.
A white woman, right?
Jewish?
I don't care what she was. She could still consider herself as a white woman.
Oh.
You're always trying to find something to stick in there. See, history don't hurt people. It make them understand.
I don't
so
know
they
if she
won't
was
do it
Jewish,
again.
actually. Shout out. I like
That's
Jews.
what history is supposed to be. Make people understand so they won't do it again and experiment on people. And I was going like, all this time, you experiment on people, but then you sit there and complain and tell them it's their fault. It's just like the crack cocaine thing was an experiment on people. And when it comes to Rosa Parks, she was not the first woman to get on the bus. And the way Rosa Parks did it, it was two women before her.
Margaret Sanger was Irish Catholic, then turned
I don't care what she
agnostic.
was. She still was a European. She was European. white
Not
woman.
Jewish,
Sorry.
not known for. She had no known Jewish affiliation or
Whatever she was.
background.
James, why they don't never experiment on Caucasians? They always experiment on.
How do you know they don't?
They
Remember,
don't. Find me one that they did on them.
Fauci did the gays, which included some whites.
And you put that in when the AIDS came out, they put that on black people too.
Well, because blacks have a lot of S word, sex.
Because Rock Hudson or whatever that famous man, he was the one that had it. Nobody ever knew.
Who?
What's his name? Rock Hudson or whatever his name was, a very famous movie star.
Famous
I think
AIDS
that's his name.
movie
I might have said his name
star.
wrong. But what I'm saying, so why would people that love America, in America, you do to your American citizens that way? I don't understand it.
Rock Hudson,
Rock Hudson.
1984, diagnosed with AIDS. Became one of the first celebrities to disclose his AIDS diagnosis. First major American celebrity to die from AIDS-related illness at the tender age of 59. Wow.
So why do
He looks kind of.
It's what I'm trying to say. You don't divide by learning. You understand. You don't hurt people by understanding. You should wonder why would they do a group of people like that? Like you said, Margaret Singer, what she wanted to do. Why did she want to do that? Because the population was getting too big for her.
Right. She felt like you guys were human weeds, you know, like you don't really contribute. Well, not you personally, but they don't really contribute, but they're just leeching off the government or whatever. I don't know if it was the government, but they're like not adding to society, and yet they're making so many babies.
That's what I'm saying. I understand what you're saying. I'm not talking about you or I.
Right.
I'm talking about how your ancestors did in history and the dirty things that they did to harm people.
My ancestors did very kind things, I'm sure.
And then you sit around and you look at black people as if they're the worst thing on the planet. But God put us here, and we're going to always be here, regardless of what you do to them.
Yeah.
Or whatever you do to them. Because out of the 60s, it stopped in 72. 72 now. That happened back in what year? But it went all the way up to 72. And those are not the only experiments that were done. So by learning and understanding, I mean, we won't do that again on people.
Well, they're not going to not do it again. They're going to do it again.
They
do it all the time. Yeah. Have you ever heard of the China virus shot?
With the China virus
that was a mass experiment on the whole country and the whole world. Really? Kind of. Because it was untested.
Well, why would you do that to your people that you got in the cotton field?
At least not long-term tests.
This stuff for you. Why would they do that?
Huh?
Your ancestors. Not you, your ancestors. Not our ancestors. Why would they do that to our ancestors?
I don't know that my ancestors were involved, but if they were, they probably meant well.
Well, they meant well. How? I mean, in what way?
I don't know. Maybe like they're trying to help you out long term.
You know, like when you talk about a divide, and then you focus on your media every day.
Yep.
When crime happens, you're like, we gonna stick them out there.
Or maybe they meant ill.
Oh, they were ill when they did it?
No, they meant poorly. They did not mean well, perhaps.
So now that your population is dropping and everything, and it's time to do it again. If people are not watching and looking and listening. So the ones that are doing it now, doing what their ancestors did. But it's still not going to stop, you know. It's not going to help. Because when you hear somebody say, well, black women are dying in childbirth more than anybody else, do you wonder why that come out of their mouth unless they're doing something themselves? Can you explain that?
Black women dying with the childbirth
anything
stuff?
That come out, yes. Anything that come out, it's got to be black at the top of the list of anything that's
Well, because they put themselves...
Well, I wonder why.
Because they put themselves in harm's way because they make themselves vulnerable by being weak, not saving money, not living well.
Really?
And all kinds of different things.
How many black people you know that don't save money, don't have more than you got?
I don't know many black people.
You don't talk about those people.
Yeah.
Only you talk about the poor ones. You talk about poor people.
But
I
mean, in general, that's what happens.
You get upset with them. They have a life and they do things that they want to do, and they don't have to, bow down or say sir or ma'am.
I don't know what's going on with the black women because there was a track star who died giving childbirth. She was doing like a home birth thing. I don't know, but I don't know if she was too skinny or what.
Don't you wonder why when you hear them say that? How can they tell?
I mean,
unless they got a plan.
Well, I mean, there's studies or something. I don't know.
Yes, you need to stop trying to study on how to harm people. You need to try to get into the study where you're making people's lives the same and not different and not having a divide in it.
I got to wrap it up.
Because all black people are not poor.
Yeah.
But the poor people are the ones that act like they're rich and don't have anything, and they hate the ones that do.
Right.
And the Somalians.
Okay. I got to go, Maze.
Okay. Have a good one.
You too.
Hope y'all learn something healing on the farm, people.
Me too. Thanks, Maze. Okay, so Rick in Hampton, VA, wanted to comment about Congress. Rob in NorCal, Northern California, wanted to comment about the beautiful stars. Unfortunately, I cannot get to you. The fallen state is coming up next. Peace in the Middle East, or at least in your hearts. Head on over to the fallen state, and then American Anchor Baby after that. Bye.